Hello everyone and welcome back to another video today, where today I'm going to be showing you how to grow some dahlias from cuttings. So let me show you how I pot them up. So here are some of the dahlias in the greenhouse that we'll be taking cuttings from. First, I want to speak to you about the stem size from the cuttings you will be taking. So here you can see a stem which is too thick. Taking a cutting from the stem will mean that the stem is hollow. It may still root but won't root as quickly. When I take my dahlia cuttings, I also like to double this up with pruning. So if you leave some of the leaves below where you cut, these will grow out side shoots to create more stems. This small little cutting is perfect and will root very quickly. So as you can see, some of these dahlia stems here already have side shoots coming out of them, so it's perfect time to cut the top off and encourage those to grow more. Also remember to label your cuttings so you know which plant they came from and how they'll be flowering. But unfortunately I forgot to label my tubers last year, but we will definitely, label everything up and take photographs so we know what each variety looks like next year. Another little handy tip is if you're wanting to thin your stems out, so you don't want many stems, or there's some little ones that you don't think will really benefit your plant. What you can do is chop these off and take a little bit of the tuber. As you can see, this one has already rooted and started to shoot. This will also encourage lots of growth on this little stem. So yeah, that's another little tip for you. So after you have cut your cuttings from the main plant, if it is possible, cut the leader of the cutting. This will stop most of the energy growing into one straight stem and into two stems from between these leaves. So sometimes that can be quite tricky to get in there and just cut it off without damaging the rest of the cutting. So sometimes you might have to wait until this is rooted and grown a little bit before you cut it down to grow more shoots. So, and also if you cut it now, that can stop putting energy into growing lots of growth and more roots. So I'm just going to use some 9cm pots and some multi-purpose compost. Just go to fill it up like so, very simple. And then I'm going to water it just before I put the cutting in, because when we put the rooting powder on, we don't want to wash it off too much when we water it further. So what I'll do now is either using your finger or a pencil, just poke a little hole in like so. And then get your rooting powder ready, just to get the end of your cutting and just dip it in the rooting powder. If you should, making the hole before you put the rooting powder on and before you shove it in, make sure that no rooting powder comes off when you put the cutting in the soil. So yeah, that's one little plant. If you know the variety, be sure to label it too. So now water your little cuttings in. I've done these smaller ones in some little cells as well, instead of 9cm pots. Make sure you give them a good drink with a light sprinkler so you don't wash any of the compost away or anything. And you obviously don't want them to be waterlogged. Keep these out of direct sun. If they do start to wilt, move them into some quite good shade so they can have chance to root and develop. So yeah, that's how I do my dahlia cuttings. We should have many more. I don't know the varieties of these, like I've said, but we should be able to list them once they flower. some nice cuttings there. So I hope you enjoyed this video or found it useful, and if so, remember to click that like button and press subscribe with notifications on so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I'm really pushing for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you could help me with that, that would be very much appreciated. We're trying to unlock the YouTube community tab so I can ask you guys questions and share more updates with you. So apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and if you want to watch my latest video, click up here, and if you want to watch how to grow dahlias from seed, click down here. So yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye everybody.